I don't know if I can follow. I'm late because I did my taxes. Thank you, the 11th hour. Woo. That was fantastic. I don't have anything prepared. I rarely have things prepared in this season of life. It's been a rough one. I woke up today and found out a really close friend died. That's not funny. I don't even have a joke to go with that. My own mother died, and I make a whole joke about how she wasn't ready, but I cremated her. I'm burning her ass in the ground. I don't have a joke for this one. But I suppose I'll tell you a little bit about me in comedy and hope that I don't run the light. So just a PSA, this won't be funny. This will just be me. I was an Uber driver because I too, where's the beautiful blue-haired girl? Where is she?
I got blue hair.
You were so delightful.
Oh, thank you.
I loved everything about you. I'm divorced too. Thank you. Right after my divorce, I started Uber driving because I couldn't really do anything else. And it opened up an entire world to me. Prior to that, I was a black pastor, a hairdresser, a homeschool teacher, and a very depressed wife, all in one. That's so true. So I thought living in my parents' basement next to the laundry machine, I thought the most logical thing would be start to drive Uber. And it was probably the best job I ever had. And I had this rule where I would never, ever, 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 ever make friends with anybody who was a passenger in my car. And one lonely night, when I wasn't making very much money, I picked up these three gentlemen, and they were all bartenders, and they were on their way to another bar, and it was crunch time. We had to make it before last call. It was a 3-minute ride that I successfully turned into 25 minutes. I took a couple of bad turns, a few dead ends. I did a 17-point U-turn in. And I got them to the bar. They couldn't get in until they came back to my car, and they were so gracious. We laughed for the whole 25 minutes. And they said, any chance you ever thought about doing comedy? I said, absolutely not. What would I do comedy for? That's crazy. And they're like, we're going to give you $100, and we're going to take you to breakfast, turn off your machine, and promise us you'll do comedy one day. And I broke my rule there. I went to breakfast, and we sat in this little IHOP for like 3 hours and just laughed. And they gave me $100 when I left. And 1 year later, I did comedy. And the very first night I did comedy, it was in Gary, and when I got there was nobody in the club. And come to find out, the guy that cooks chicken in the emergency exit for everybody. So true, his name is Chicken Rick. He, on a smoke break, he left his keys in the car, and I helped him break into his car. I was the only white person in that club, the only girl in that club, and the only one wearing clothing that wasn't like a hand-me-down from a auntie or a grandma or Goodwill. And I broke into the car, and Chicken Rick said, I don't know who you are, but you get free chicken for the night. And 1 month later, they gave me my first paid show. I think I made like $20 for 10 minutes, and I thought I was a rock star. And so 3 years later, and a lot of crises, a lot of deaths, a lot of accidents, I took a 1.5 years off of comedy, and I'm just now getting back in the game. And I thank you. I don't feel very funny, but I feel like I have to be very truthful. And so this brings me to my most recent comedy experience. Like I said, I'm getting back in the game. For those of you who ever consider taking time off, don't take time off. It's not like riding a bike. You don't have to get back on it. Turns out you have to write new material. You have to figure out your timing again. You have to get over your fear of the stage. But I just recently drove 22 hours round trip to Tennessee with two degenerate comics who talked about escapades while I was curled up in the back trying to sleep in a Toyota Corolla 2017, which allowed 2 feet stretching space, and I'm almost 6 foot. I got paid $30 and got yelled at by a woman who wouldn't share the ashtray. And on my way home, I got convinced to go to another show, and I walked into the show sleep deprived. I know you're gonna be like, and I promise you I will finish up. I won't repeat the mistake I'm about to explain. I walked into my next show, and the booker whom I've been blowing up his phone trying to get him to book me, and for whatever reason he wouldn't, and I just leveled with him. I was like, James, please do this for me. I'm desperate. I need to get back in the game. You have some of my best friends in your ticket. I'll pay you just to let me go on your show. And he goes, you have 3 minutes. Be professional. Don't mess up. It's a tight show. It's a true story. And he goes, we got a podcast. We have tables reserved at this restaurant. Please don't mess up. And I said, I promise you I won't. This means more to me than life. And right about then, the ego kicked in. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I have more than 3 minutes in me. I did a 47-minute show on my own. And I took the stage, and I don't know what happened. The ego switched on, and really calm, beautiful Lucinda switched off. And I may have had a lot of F-bombs. I called the audience motherfuckers. I explained how my pussy was broke. And as the light was shining, I started to yell at the host, and then went on to my next topic. And he approached the stage, and the negotiations started with removing my bourbon glass. Taking over the mic as I was still moving on to my next bit. And the last words out of my mouth were, James, I love you. Thanks for taking a risk on me. I'm not here to say it worked out. And I exited the stage. And I tell you that because ego does get in the way, but don't let it. I have done shows for 50 cents off on onion rings. I've done shows for $10. I've done shows for $400. And James took a chance on me, and I will blow up any booker's email box to get another risk and another chance. So if you're in comedy, stick to it. It's worth it. And drop your ego and just keep doing it. I love you. I'm listening.
Keep it going for Lucinda, guys. And a big round of applause for yourselves. You made it to the end of the drop mic. We love you guys so much. You guys make this drop mic special. Every laugh you guys bring, every joke you guys bring, we fucking love you. Get home safe. Come back next week. Tip well.